And we back. Y'all know that good old game of basketball. Me and you love that game, right? There's two sides of it. Though we love to watch people drop 50, 60-point games, the other side is just as important if you ask me. I love a great defensive highlight. I love when a team can get down to the nitty-gritty and get a stop. Well, ain't no stops being got in today's video, man, because I went through and I edited the roster so that everybody was the worst defender of all time. Yeah, everybody's defense, whether it be perimeter, perimeter, outside of the same. Perimeter, inside, their consistencies, their blocking ability, their stealing ability, the pass perception, defensive consistency, all of that is the lowest it possibly can be. So today, we're experimenting, y'all. We are all scientists trying to see what would happen if the NBA didn't play defense. We see somebody be Will Chamberlain. What's the most points per game a team will put up? Who's going to win Defensive Player of the Year if everybody's bad at it? So those are all the things that we're going to get answered in today's video. Before we hop into it, of course, be sure to leave a like on it. As always, it helps the channel grow out bigger and better. And we're trying to get a lot of people in here before 2K21 because y'all know we're going to go even bigger once that comes out. Pause the video for a quick second to talk about today's sponsor, which is Smile Direct Club. Now, y'all know somebody that's on camera 99% of the time. My smile is one of the most important things to me. So partnering up with Smile Direct Club was a no-brainer. I'm super excited to get some aligners. Now, if you don't know what Smile Direct Club is, let me put you on some game. Their main objective is to have you become more confident with your smile. They've already helped over 1 million people, so I'm just trying to have you added to the list. Now, the way this works is either you can book a Smile Shop appointment at one of their 300 plus locations and have a 3D image taken, or if you're like me and you don't want to leave the house, you can order your own impression kit, which at the end of the day is going to be free with the rebate. And with that impression kit, you can make molds of your teeth. And after that, the aligners are shipped right to your door. There's no need to go to the dentist every month to get your new pair. Smile Direct Club gives you all of it right up front. Smile Direct Club is also much more affordable than braces and other invisible aligners. Smile Direct Club is a great option for teenagers. No more awkward metal braces, and you can get the smile you've always wanted right in time for picture day. Check out the link in my description for more information and to even download a presentation that you can show your parents as to why this is the right decision for you. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description and get your own box so you can be more confident with your smile. One of these days, I'm going to pull up to a video with an all green shirt on and just be a floating head out here playing 2K. But this is kind of cool, right? This is a better viewing experience, right? Because you can just see straight through me to see the stuff in the background. I'm not changing my shirt. I'm not going to change my shirt. So this is just what we are. Okay. So as I was editing today's video for the roster for the video, I wasn't really paying attention. You know, I had stuff going on around. So I don't know what players took the biggest hit from not being able to defend or anything like that. So let's take a look around the league. First of all, Joel Embiid is the highest overall on the 76ers still. As you know, Joel Embiid is a very great defensive player. So without his defense, his overall drops dramatically. He's an 83 overall. Without Ben Simmons' defense, he's a 78. I want to see Josh Richardson drop significantly. He's a 74 overall. I want to see, like, who is the biggest... Matisse Thybulle. Yes. The rookie's one of the best rookie defenders we have ever seen in basketball. And without that, he's a 66. The boy is worse than Norvell Pell, who's a 61 overall now without his defense. Next, I mean, part of defense is defensive rebounding too, so that took a hit as well. Because if you play defense for 23 seconds, the shot goes up and they miss, but you don't finish the play with a rebound, then it's an L. You didn't play good defense at the end of the day. Giannis is still a 90 even without his defense. We're talking about a player that can potentially win Defensive Player of the Year this season, and without it, he is still a 90 overall. Brook Lopez drops from like an 80 to a 70. Players like Cal Korver don't take a dip. I'm curious to see who takes the biggest drop and who doesn't drop at all, right? Because that means in real life you got to get your stuff together if you didn't drop from us getting rid of your defense. Next we have Zach Levine. He actually didn't drop that much. Zach Levine did not drop that much. Lauri Markkanen dropped a lot more than I expected. Wendell Carter is a bad center now, but here's the thing. Well, actually, I guess we haven't seen what I'm thinking about just yet. Colin Sexton is the best player on the Cavaliers. He is still a 79 overall without this like chemistry thing, and I'm probably gonna have to turn chemistry off for this experiment just for that reason. Drummond takes one of the biggest hits, which makes a lot of sense. Drummond is a guy known for his rebound, and you take half of his rebound away, his defensive rebound. You get rid of the defense that he doesn't play. He just is there. And he's still the best center on the roster, though, so he still have a starting spot, and I wonder what his numbers are going to look like without those things. He'll probably still get a lot of offensive rebounds because of the opposing center's defensive rebounds is bad. His offensive rebounds are still great. Boom, he'll still average a double-double probably. Kemba Walker, all these guys, I'm actually surprised that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are still pretty decent here. Daniel Tice goes from like an 80. Yeah. Who? Oh, Marcus Smart. Whoa, from I don't know what Marcus Smart is, like 81? Is he like an 81? I would say he probably like an 81. Drops to a 66. Of course, he's a guy that heavily relies on his defense to be effective. Next, we have the Clippers, and with the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is only an 85. Paul George is an 82. Another guy to take a big hit, Patrick Beverly. He's in the same realm as Marcus Smart. We're like, yes, he relies a lot on his defense, and I wonder. He's not the best point guard. Lou Williams, who is a guy that doesn't defend anything, is still pretty good. Lou Williams going to start for this team. He's probably going to average 20 plus, of course. And then we also see Joakim Noah, who I think is like a 73, drop to like a 60. Next, we see the Grizzlies team, and the biggest drop off for them, Trae Young dropped 2 overall spots only. Everybody knows that Trae Young's one of the worst defenders in the league. So you take away his defense, he's still a GOAT. He might average 40. Because if Patrick Beverly is guarding him, that means nothing anymore because Patrick Beverly doesn't defend anything. He might average 40. Iggy, whoa. Big drop from Iggy. 64 overall. Jimmy Butler is a 78. Yes, he's one of those players that's good on both sides of the ball, but obviously his defense is where the bulk of his things come from his entire career. I mean, he's still tied for the highest overall in the team, but he ain't the all-star caliber player without his defense, I'm guessing. I mean, Duncan Robinson is still good. I actually expect his overall to be higher when you take away his defense. Not that I don't think he's a good defender, but I didn't think that 2K was going to give him the ratings to be a decent defender. Then we get over to the Hornets where nobody takes a significant jump. No, that's a lie. Cody Zeller sucks and all of that. But their top player, Devontae Graham, he didn't drop that much. Oh, I'm looking at the Jazz, and their top 5 does not include Rudy Gobert. So where's Rudy going to be? 71 overall. He basically a rookie again, y'all. Rookie Rudy Gobert is back at a 71 overall. Joe Ingles drops a bunch too. And yeah, that's an L. With the Kings, not that really jumps out too much, but you can see it here. With the Knicks, oh, where's Mitchell Robinson? Oh no, the bright future Mitchell Robinson setting records for highest field goal percentage in NBA season is only a 69 overall now. Frank Ntilikina only a 66 overall now. Jeez, that's tough. Those are two guys that are pretty good defenders. LeBron is still a 92. Now, he did drop, obviously, but a 92 is still like one of the best in the league. Anthony Davis is an 86. And then after that, they fall off a cliff. 73 being your next highest overall. This team may not make the playoffs. Avery Bradley's terrible without his defense. Where's Jonathan Isaac? Basically, 70 overall for Jonathan Isaac without his defense. It's actually higher than I expected it to be. He is so heavily relied up on his defense. But he's still a 70. He's still a 70. Luka's still Luka without his defense. We already know Luka's not a good defender, so he don't really get impacted. I mean, he be averaging triple doubles in real life. I mean, not real life. I guess kind of in real life sometimes too. But in 2K Sim, he averages like triple doubles. And I wonder how much more he's going to average without defense. Brooklyn Nets still got their top 2 guys. They're going to still get you buckets. Jamal Crawford is now one of the best players in the league. Well, I guess not in the league. That's stretch. But one of the best players on the roster because he wasn't defending anything either. So the drop-off doesn't hurt him at all. At all. Okay, next, the Denver Nuggets. Jokic is probably, yes, still going to be pretty good. And then, like, Paul Millsap takes a hit. Jeremy Grant takes a hit. I hope somebody's out here doing, like, a tally of who dropped the most because of their defense. Like, look at this. Miles Turner is a 72 overall. I think he's, like, a 81-ish before. So, if you're dropping, like, basically 10 overall spots, that's a huge, huge L. Then we have Zion, who, without his defense, is only a 78, which is kind of surprising to me. You know, I guess he got some pretty crazy, defensive highlights here and there. But then you have like Derek Favors being a 70 overall. Is Lonzo's a 69 or 70 overall, depending on how you want to look at it without his defense. That is tough. The Pistons, you're the Pistons. Do you care about the Pistons? I know I do have Pistons fans watching these videos, but like the rest of the world probably don't care too much. Then we go to the Raptors, who have a ton, and I mean a ton of really good defenders. And as you can see, it impacted everybody. Marc Gasol's a 72 overall. He might retire after this season. And yeah, it goes on and on. The Rockets, I didn't think about them, but James Harden does not get affected too much. Russell Westbrook does get hit. Everybody else is going to get hit. Robert Covington, who y'all know is basically an 80 overall as a power forward, goes down to a 71. And PJ Tucker, oof. PJ Tucker, oh, Tyson Taylor, 61? The boy can't do anything out there. Now, if we took away his offensive rebound, he'd probably be a 55 overall. Then we go down to the Spurs. DeJounte Murray, where you at? 73 overall, one of the best perimeter defenders in the league, even though this season, especially in the bubble, kind of questionable. And yeah, here's the rest of the squad. Mikal Bridges takes a big hit. And even guys like Javon Carter take a big hit. Then we get to Chris Paul, 81 overall. That's a hit, bro. When I was doing this, Chris Paul, like, defensive numbers are ridiculous in 2K. So him dropping makes a lot of sense to me. And basically what I'm noticing right now is that if you are a center, you suffer. Oh, Andre Roberson, big hit. If you were a center, unless you call Anthony Towns, you really got hurt by this. You really got hurt by this because, I mean, a center is like the anchor of your defense, right? Where's Hassan Whiteside? Sheesh. The center is the anchor of your defense. So, like, yes, most centers are gonna have above average defensive numbers, and then you attack on their rebounding numbers. Yes, it's a L. It's where Draymond. That is insane, Draymond. And the last team is the Washington Wizards here, but they don't have any elite defenders anyway. All right, let's go to first day of the season. See what type of numbers we get. Sure. Release any. I don't care. I don't care. Actually, not even crazy numbers. These are like regular numbers. Hold on. Maybe that was a fluke. I mean, sure. It's a little bit higher. It's a little bit higher. But that's not. Huh. I'm actually really, really surprised. I mean, didn't I say he's going to average 40? Didn't I say he's going to average like 40? But I'm actually really surprised. I mean, a lot of people are averaging 30s. Maybe the 76ers are a bad team to take care of. I mean, the Mavericks are averaging 142 points per game right now, and that's insane. So maybe I'll take control of, like, the Luka Doncic team because, I mean, apparently they're just the greatest. Well, I guess in real life, technically, they were the best offense of all time. So it does make sense in the simulation that they're even better than that. So, okay, let's keep it moving. Going against yeah. I mean, I'm actually very surprised at the number. I mean, 151 points, 154 points in regulation is a lot of points. Do not get me wrong. But I was like, oh, RJ, a 52 piece? All right. So far in its first 2 weeks of the season, D'Angelo Russell with 54 is the season high. Trae Young hit 12 threes in the game. And Giannis attempted 18 free throws. We got good oh, yeah. Let's take a look at these rebounding numbers. So let's see. Team stats, rebounds per game. I mean, offensive rebounds per game is ridiculous because, again, nobody's getting defensive rebounds. Oh, actually, defensive rebounds are higher than I expected, but you get what I'm saying. Like, the offensive rebounds are really high. 50% offensive rebound rate is ridiculous. All right, that's enough of that. Let's go to, like, the halfway point of the season and take a look at some stats. I'm going to stop it here. I see some 170s in there, y'all. I see some 170s. And this 170, oh my God, that is insane. That's insane. I think I see another 170 here, and that's the Porzingis going up for 48. I almost said 84. That's the dyslexia kicking in. But you see the type of numbers that is getting put up. I mean, we're basically at the All-Star break, so I stop it here. Luka might be averaging a 40-pointer, bro. Every time I look at it, he's putting up. Okay, he's averaging 33, 10, and 9. Not even a triple-double. But what's ridiculous about this, with no defense, he is averaging 60% from the field, 56% from 3. Come on, bro. This is insane. I mean, their top two players are killing the game. 30 points each for their top two guys. Top two guys here. I mean, that will make sense. If you have like 2 star players, I'm expecting all of them, or those 2 star players, to put up ridiculous numbers. I mean, Devin Booker's averaging 35. Chris Paul only they got 4 players averaging 20 points per game. That's a W. D'Angelo Russell averaging 34. I mean, we got there's a 40. Giannis is averaging 40. 40, 13, and 7. 8 offensive rebounds. It's funny. 40 points. Colin Sexton, 35. Yes. Now, this is what this challenge is really about. I wanted to see somebody random that takes some crazy amount of statistics. 35 points per game for Collin Sexton is insane. Shout out to Collin Sexton, man. Even without his defense, Kawhi is still one of the best players in the league, as you saw. There's still a 40-piece for Trae Young, man. It's a battle for the award of MVP. Let's see. What team took the biggest hit without their defense? The Spurs, the Jazz. Yes, the Jazz without their defense is basically this. Yeah, that makes sense. And then out East, the Heat without their defense, I guess this is who they are. I mean, their highest overall player is Goran Dragic at a 79 overall. So, I mean, sure. The Pacers take a big hit. Is there a surprise towards the top? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All three of the top teams are a surprise to me. Orlando Magic? The best team in basketball, basically? Oh, that's insane. Oh, they made a trade for Norman Powell. Okay, they making trades. Ursula Silver, too. So we had a decent amount of trades going. Gary Clark. No, Gary Clark actually plays there in real life. He just had a big game against the Bucks. It's just weird seeing him in a Rockets uniform. And then out west, I mean, no super surprises as far as good teams, bad teams. So I'm gonna simulate to like the end of the season, basically, like the day before the end of the season, so I can take a look and see who put up the season high in points. I mean, again, we've having these crazy games where 170 was hit a few times. And since I stopped to look at 170, we're not even getting close to 170, bro. That's wild. Was that a 2-time occasion? And those are the only 2 times I even peeped? I guess so. We got some 150s, though. Again, 150 regulation is insane. I wonder what I would have to do to get it to, like, teams averaging 200 points per game, you know? So let's take a look around the league, though. Take a look at the season highs. 77 in the game for Trey Burke. 77 in the game for Trae Young. Not Trey Burke. And that is a game he put up 31 shots and he made 31 shots. Kyrie Irving made 15 free throws. No, I'm sorry. Not free throws. 3-pointers. He made 15 3-pointers in the game. Free throws, Spencer Dinwiddie put up 20. That's kind of insane. Rebounds, DeMarcus Cousins, 31. Offensive rebounds, Drummond with 18. Defensive rebounds, 25 is actually insane for Boogie. It's insane. Lonzo Ball, even though he was like a 60-something overall, had a 22 assist game. No defense, so 5 steals in a game for Daniel Tice is actually a big W. 5 blocks for Montrezl Harrell is a big W with a 25 block rating. The minutes played was Porzingis with 51. Nobody hit the 81 or beat Kobe's record. But there's Giannis. 41, 13, and 7. Insane. Ja put up 29. Dennis Schroeder off the bench put up 27. Kawhi wins Defensive Player of the Year, even though he doesn't play defense. They just gave it to Kawhi because just from reputation. You know what I'm saying? We've seen him do it in the past. And most improved player goes to Trae Young, who jumps from 19 points per game to 43 points per game. To 43 points per game. You heard that right here, folks. And then Coach of the Year went to Rick Carlisle. The defense on this team is a 56, and the offense is basically a 90. Basically a 90. One last look around the league as far as the league leaders. Collin Sexton being in the top 5 is a huge, huge W for this challenge. Then everybody else is kind of like the usual suspects. But obviously everybody is significantly higher. Everybody's significantly higher. We've never really had a season where 19 players average 30 points per game. You know? As far as rebounding goes, Big Book, 18. The Vucevic with 14. 14 for Cat. 14 for Drummond. Assists per game, we had Lonzo. 72 overall. Lonzo Ball averaging 11 assists. 10 for Chris Paul. 10 for LeBron. 25 rebounds for LeBron. Again, we got rid of his defensive rebounding. Steals. There's no defense. But Boogie ended up being the highest steals guy with Kawhi, Malcolm Brogdon, all averaging about 1. Blocks. Nobody averaged a block a game. And the turnovers. Well, there's turnovers. Who averaged the most shot attempts? It was Trae Young. That would make sense. I mean, he averaged 40. 3-pointers made in a... Man. Averaging 7 made threes a game is ridiculous. You average 7 made? So that would mean, okay, let's see how many total threes this man hit this season. 590. For reference, Steph Curry, according to my Googling, 402 was the most Steph Curry has ever made in the season. That is the highest. So we actually had 7 players break Stephen Curry's most threes in a season record, with Kyle Lowry, Luka Doncic, Bradley Beal, James Harden, D'Angelo Russell. Steph Curry breaks his own record, and then Trae Young. That's actually really, really insane. All right, playoff time. Here we come. On the Western side, nobody super weird makes it. The Timberwolves been here and the Sacramento Kings been here. It's I guess kind of weird, but that's not even that bad. The Cavs being the 1 seed is the biggest surprise of the entire video. Colin Sexton, I'm actually rooting for you right now because I want to see you win a championship if that's what you're gonna do. And they get out of the first round. We got a 1-5, a 3-7. The 2 seed Boston Celtics get eliminated by the Charlotte Hornets, where Boogie got signed out of free agency. He was like, I'm going to dog y'all, averaging 33 and 20 in those 7 games and 4 assists still. That is crazy. All right, Boogie the X factor for the 7 seed to potentially get out of things. Let's see. And nope. They almost did it, first of all. Okay, I went a little ahead of myself, but they almost did it. They were down like 3-1 and almost came back to win that series. But in the game 7, Trae Young was just too much with his 37 points. Boogie tried to do everything he could, averaging 35 and 17 in the playoffs, but that was not enough. Then we got this full sweep of the Milwaukee Bucks by the Cavs. And then out here, we got Luka in them. But it was J.J. Barea in a game 7 who put up 34, 3, and 4. J.J. Barea. This saving Luka. That's basically what that was. And now we get to the conference finals where it's going to be Warriors versus the Cavs, where Colin Sexton in the game 7 put up 40. Let's go Cavs. We done seen these two match up in the finals a few times already. You know what I'm saying? Nope. Just simulate it. And the Warriors still won. Oh, that's annoying. I wanted to see the little Cavs that could, man. Colin Sexton put up a stinker. Only 30 points for you, Colin. Unimpressive. And that's what will happen in the NBA if literally nobody play defense. Colin Sexton becomes the GOAT and gets to the finals, but still loses to Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Wiggins, Draymond, and so on and so forth. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave it a like. This has been Kenny. I'll be back tomorrow. Peace.